from Luna Rose Remedies, and I'm really excited today to share my professional and personal journey in how I became an aromatherapist, how Luna Rose Remedy was born, and how did I get to where I am today. So we're going to do a little bit of story time here. I'm going to take you way back to 2006 in England, in a little city called Oxford, which I'm sure some of you have heard of. So Oxford is my hometown, and in 2006 I qualified as an esthetician. And for the first 5 years of my career, I practiced aesthetics in a beautiful spa in Oxford, and I loved it. Now, part of that course in the UK, we also learn how to do full body massage, aromatherapy, and facials. So there is a certain aspect of holistic therapies within that as well. And I always really loved the holistic side of things. I loved doing aesthetics overall. I loved making people feel really special and connecting with people on a real kind of intimate level. I really enjoyed it, but I always had a burning passion for the holistic side of things, and I could really see the positive effects of how these wonderful therapies really helped people, and the outcome that it had. So after 5 years of working in spas in Oxford, I decided I was going to take my career and travel the world with it. So I lived in Australia for a little bit. I travelled around New Zealand. I lived in Canada, which is where I am today, where I currently live. I did Australia, and I also did Southeast Asia. And on that journey, I spent 3 years travelling. And throughout that whole experience, my passion for holistic therapies became more and more and more. I really felt that that was my purpose in life. I was really meant to heal and connect with people in a very holistic way. And whilst I was traveling, I also studied some more modalities that I wanted underneath my belt. So I did some Reiki, I practiced other forms of massage, and my passion for aromatherapy became very intense. I love these plant remedies. I loved working with different flowers and herbs, and I learned a lot during my time traveling as well. I learned different ways that people would be blending these oils. I also was using them more and more for my own personal benefit as well, in bouts of kind of stressful times and overwhelm. So after I was travelling for 3 years, I came back to the UK and I went back to university and studied a teaching degree because I wanted to teach holistic therapies. That was my purpose in life. Was I had so much knowledge and wisdom, and I picked up so many awesome techniques that I wanted to share them. I wanted to put those out into the world and help people on a wider level. And so that's what I did. I went to university, I got my PGC teaching degree, and I taught holistic therapies in the UK for 5 years before I then moved to Canada. And when I moved to Canada, I really wanted to start my own business. I wanted to blend the teaching side of things with my own hands-on holistic practices and blend them into one, as well as putting my own formulations in the mix there as well, because at this point I'd been working with aromatherapy for 12, 13 years, and I had started to blend my own formulas then, and I was using them on myself for an array of different things. So I came to Canada. I started working in the background on Luna Rose Remedies, and I went back to school to be certified in aromatherapy. I really wanted that title. I wanted to study the plants really intently, and so I went to school for a whole year and I became a certified aromatherapist. So now I have almost 16 years experience in the industry and working in holistic therapies and practicing aromatherapy, and I've gone back to school twice in that time to gain a little bit more experience and to put a few extra add a few extra strings to my bow. So yeah, that's kind of my practice and where I am now. And Luna Rose Remedies is almost an extension of me. So I make custom blends for my clients. I work on a one-on-one basis. I teach about aromatherapy. I teach the beautiful, positive, uplifting aspects of working with these plant remedies and how they can really impact our emotional, mental, and also our physical well-being as well. And I share a lot about my story as well. I really go in depth into how I've been using aromatherapy and plant remedies and the outcome that it's had on me. So there we are. There is a little bit of my story. That was a very quick story telling time. But yeah, if you have any questions, I'd love to hear from you. Send me an email, info@lunaroseremedies.com, or you can always send me a message on Instagram or Facebook at Luna Rose Remedies. I'd love to hear from you, and share your story with me. What's your story with holistic therapy and aromatherapy? How have they helped you? Sending lots of love to you.